Socke not able to take it yet, and BratOK does know that. So we'll see if he kind of just hangs out, kind of spends his time back at his base, kind of bulk up his army, and just use that economic advantage, bulk up, and just really mass up as much as he can in getting in there. More SCV scouting from BratOK. Really wants to see what his opponent is up to, and Socke right now, this Zealot contemplating this wall. Can he take it on himself? Can he channel the energy of all his other Zealot friends to do some damage? Meanwhile, BratOK is going to be just running around the map trying to scout with this, wants to make sure that his opponent hasn't taken some sneaky expansion somewhere, especially this gold early on, which might nullify his own economic advantage. Nexus still going up, and right now, in terms of harvesters, we have 36 over 33, but BratOK should be able to catch up if he just keeps pumping those SCVs with the mules. Going to be able to keep ahead in mineral count, and right now both players just kind of bulking up for the next battle. BratOK is starting to pull ahead and has now a really good combination of units. They're going to be moving these Vikings in with the Raven, going to try to pick off anything that he can. Looks like these rocks are going down. Does BratOK really know what's going on? No, he doesn't. Wants to just take this out. Not going to be the best idea, as he's just kind of running into it, but wants to take out this Colossus as fast as possible. Should be able to take it down. The Stalkers were caught a little bit off guard. They don't have Blink yet. Now the Vikings going to get punished and pushed back. Will the point defense drone is stopping all fire from the Stalkers. So they get to run away scot-free, and here come the ground units. A ton of marauders from BratOK, knowing that his opponent is going probably going more stalkers than zealots at this point to try to deal with the air units as well. Socke does see that, so we should see something interesting. The point defense drone still hanging around there, has a few more shots to absorb. And let's see what if BratOK is going to push in at this point. You know, I'd say he could just possibly land this up here and put on that, get on that tech lab and throw in a siege tank and just have it there. But, you know, that factory is just going to hang out, have its fun in the air. That's how BratOK rolls, and, you know, BratOK definitely a way better player than me. But here we go. Not going to go in the back door. Going to be coming around to the front right now. Socke does have one immortal, is kind of, and I like this poke attack by BratOK. Kind of just pokes that he might be coming in there, but not sure what that means. I'm unfamiliar with that terminology. So Jaws out. Maybe he's talking about. Oh, sorry. There was an observer named Jaws that was slowing down the game. My bad. I thought that was something that he saw on maybe like a pound or something. But instead, no, it was one of the observers in the game. So right now, both players, BratOK feels like his opponent is probably just trying to turtle in at this point. So he's just going to out macro him, get his expansions down, break down his own rocks so he can move between his bases, defend both of them pretty well. And right now, looking at the research tab, Psystorm is coming down for Socke. I'm not sure whether or not BratOK thought maybe Psystorm was already there, but meanwhile, it looks like BratOK finally going to be getting that Ghost Academy for himself. Now has a really menacing force. And looking at the army count, 128 over 91. Socke has changed his composition, kind of abandoned those, and for good reason, just because they'd go down to the Vikings way too quick. Has abandoned the Colossus and now has switched over to Templars and Zealots with the speed upgrade as well to counter out this Bio Ball. Scan going down right now for BratOK, and this Zealot going to be scooting out to kind of poke around and see what's going on at his opponent's base. Socke now taking the gold expansion of his own. Socke hasn't not even been able to get in here or throw in any scout. Observers on the map, there are two right now. Now trying to go out and scout, and now he sees the gold expansion as well. BratOK right now trying to hold a good position where he can run in and kind of stop. I'm still kind of surprised. Well, I guess both players see that neither has really knocked down any sort of rock so far. So And now we're going to have a big battle in the middle, but there is a little rebel force from BratOK coming in. And this could be pretty deadly if he times it correctly and just drops it down. Let's see what this force does, trying to keep an eye on both actions at once. Here it goes. They're just running to the back and also engaging in the front right now. Psystorm's going to be dropping down, but yep, this little force coming down, doing a ton of damage to the Zealots before they get in there. Socke able to hold it off for now, but BratOK just going to be running between these bases. Oh, the feedback going down on the medvac, and those poor Marines never had a shot. They went into feedback oblivion with that medvac as well. So good job by Socke, kind of watching that medvac go by right before it was about to drop as well. Although Sidestorm and this cannon would have probably done a good job holding things off. Looking back at the army tab, BratOK has just really I mean, he had the advantage in the beginning. He's really just using it again, just pushing forward with his macro advantage. 161 over 22. Looking at the unit composition, there are 46 Marines. Now he has a handful of ghosts as well. Those ghosts, if he cloaks them, and just it's going to do a significant amount of damage both to the Templars, which are let's see if he can fire the EMPs out right now. Oh, triple feedback going down. Those ghosts overextending themselves. Poor guys. They were just kind of yawning and stretching out there. And so Socke definitely with a good reaction time to see what's going on. Does he have an observer around here? No, he doesn't. But he has thrown down cannons to kind of detect those cloaked ghosts. Because the ghost can just run in and just fire that EMP before the army engages. And we are at a standstill right now. BratOK, I'd give the advantage to. He has macroed earlier. He has kind of just gathered more resources earlier. Even now is going into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base. Going to be building another one. Not sure if this is going to be a defensive structure, or if it's just going to be another base that he wants to float in. Wants to get as many expansions as possible. And just kind of mine each one with fewer, not necessarily super saturated, but just get each one with a little bit fewer until he just pretty much out macros his opponent at this point. Kind of a standstill game right now. Not much going on. Point defense drone thrown down just in case something engages on either side. And I am personally wanting to see some crazy action. We might finally see these rocks go down. Socke right now is kind of just hanging around his gold expo, wants to protect, and maybe possibly thinking about taking this expansion as well. Does he have any sight on those rocks? I don't know. He doesn't. He can't see that rock. Oh, now he will pretty soon. But has really no idea where his opponent is. Where are his? There is a probe just running around, and here he goes. That's going to be the cue for him to run everything back into the base. But one Sidestorm going down on the units. It's another one coming in too. BratOK trying to spread out his units as much as possible. Gonna do a ton of damage right now to these units. The point defense drone doing a great job just absorbing that fire from, and just all the structure for Socke going down. Is he going to do a base raid, or is he actually going to try? He's going to try to take this out right now, but I just think he's going to lose too many structures here right now to really make this fair. A lot of the units just kind of running into their death as well. I don't know what happened there. I mean, I know that BratOK was up significantly, but I think just caught Socke off guard, and Socke just really had to get in there and do something because his base was being destroyed on all sides. And even looking at the income tab right now, Socke just outmassed by his opponent, and BratOK taking the win right now. Going to be moving over to the finals. I think his opponent is Poker of Kos, so should be a very interesting game there. It is Terran, not my favorite right now, but should be fun to see both players. And this is JCS Starcraft. I am signing off.